Hello guys, Musselwhite here, and welcome to 12 Geek's Room Spring 2016. So we're gonna jump right in, starting with my displays. So my main display is the 34UC 87C ultra-wide monitor. This has been an absolute amazing display, being very skeptical about the 21:9 aspect ratio to begin with, and having YOLO'd it when I bought the monitor. But I'm glad I did. On the right of that display is my trusty LG Flatron W1943SS LCD monitor. This was very recently added to my new setup, like very recent. 10 hours from writing this script to be exact. This has been a rock solid bit of kit, having survived loads of abuse since I bought it in Christmas 2009, and it's still ticking. The viewing angles are very good for a TN panel, and was for a while being the most color accurate display I had. It's currently propped up on my power supply's box. This is a very G-hetero approach, but it does the trick. Now on to accessories, starting with my webcam. This is the C920 by Logitech, and it's being the top of the lineups in Logic's current lineup, and it shows it. A smooth motion with very wide viewing angles. The keyboard is going to be down to personal preference, but I personally like the feel of the keys and the short travel distance on the keyboard itself. The Magic Mouse is simply a must-have for any macOS 10 user, offering multi-touch gestures and replacement batteries, and basically does nothing that the Magic 2 mouse can't. Next up is the front speakers to my Logitech Z506 system. Now these speakers are very loud, and is generally a great bit of kit for its price range. Next up is the Blue Microphone Snowball Ice and my two 3TB hard drives. The microphone is also brilliant for its price range, offering some truly crystal clear sound, and the only thing differentiating it from the normal Snowball is the lack of molds. The drives are also great, lasting around 2 to 3 years before I've managed to fill them up. Next up is my Apple iPhone 5s and Kindle Paperwhite. Both are very good devices, with the iPhone still being a very capable option despite lacking a more modern camera sensor or Apple Pay unlike its successors, but the battery life is a plus for me, averaging around 2 days per charge. The Kindle has a really crisp grayscale display, which is an absolute pleasure to read from. On the left of my setup is my custom built Hackintosh. The brief specs is as it follows. It features an Intel Core i7 4790K processor clocked at 4GHz, 8GB of RAM, and a GeForce GTX 970 with 3.5 plus 0.5GB of GDDR5 memory. This is quite the toy to play with, allowing me to get my work done faster, which is always a plus in my eyes. If you want to know the full specs of my machine, or you want a list of the peripherals I use, then I will leave the link right below for your convenience. Moving right along to underneath my desk, starting with my HP NV4100. To keep this short, I haven't been terribly impressed with this printer, the scanner and normal text prints being absolutely fine, but the letdown is when you try to print colour like images or artwork for instance. The colour is never accurate like you see on the monitor, and it had these weird lines in the middle of the print, which I could never make head or tails on why it was doing that. Next up is my ABC ES700 uninterruptible power supply, which I have never actually needed the battery part of the device just yet, but offers 8 surge protected plugs for being connected to the battery itself, and will prevent those devices to be powered down incorrectly. It's an amazing bit of kit, and if you're a content creator like myself, then this will be an absolute lifesaver, as you cannot lose your work in the event of a power cut. Then on the right of that you can see the subwoofer to my sound system. Right next to my setup is my little entertainment setup, which comprises of a Technica 23.6 TV, a PS4 and an old videotape player. Really there isn't much to be said about these products. I prefer the PS4 over the Xbox, and the TV does the job. Moving up a bit, we see my Geek sale. This is where anything geeky lives, from old tapes to buckets of old products to just plainly having cool stuff and collectibles. They all live here. Going back down to the bed, we see the trio of pluses I have. Twilight and Applejack I got as an 18th birthday present, which you can see the vlog for here. And with Snowdrop, I pre-ordered her online and got it by Hearthwarming Day. I really love these pluses, I'm really glad I've got them. Quickly moving to the behind of my setup, we see from left to right my toy of the reboot USS Enterprise, a CD holder, the back speakers to my sound system, and the USS Excelsior model that my dad made 10 years ago. And there you go guys, that concludes my tour of my room. I hope you have enjoyed looking into the room that I spent so much time in, and the equipment I use to get my daily work done. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Peace.